Civil Procedure Code 1908. Let us start. Introduction. The Civil Procedure Code is an adjective law. It neither creates nor takes away any right. It is intended to regulate the procedure followed by civil courts in India. The Civil Procedure Code, in an organized form, started in 1859. Before that, it was not in an organized form. The Code of Civil Procedure 1908 came into force with effect from January 1, 1909. The present form of the CPC has been amended multiple number of times. In the year 1976, 1999 and 2002. The code extends to the whole of India. Full stop. According to the preamble of the CPC 1908, the object of the present code is to consolidate and amend laws relating to the procedure of the courts of civil judicature. The code is designed to facilitate justice and further its end and is not a penal enactment for punishment and penalties, not a thing designed to trip up people, which was said by the Supreme Court in Sangram Singh versus Election Tribunal 1955. This code is not retrospective in operation. As regards to the scheme of the code, it consists of two parts. One is the body of code, which has 158 sections, and the rules, 51 orders in Schedule 1. The former contains, means the 158 sections, contains the provisions of a substantive nature, which lays down the general principles and creates jurisdiction, while the latter, that are rules, contains provisions which relates to the procedure and indicates the mode in which jurisdiction created by the body of the code has to be exercised. If the rules are inconsistent with the sections, the latter will prevail. The body of the code containing sections is fundamental and cannot be amended except by the legislature, while the rules can be amended by the High Court. Definitions. Section 2 is the definition clause in the code, which provides for the definition of certain terms, subject to the condition that unless there is anything repugnant in the subject or context. Code. Section 2 Clause 1 lays down that code includes rules also. Decree. Section 2 Clause 2 of the code defines the term decree. Decree means the formal expression of an adjudication which, as regards the court expressing it, conclusively determines the rights of the parties with regard to all or any of the matter in controversy in the suit and may be either preliminary or final. Adjudication. What is adjudication? Adjudication implies a judicial determination of the matter in dispute. Thus, a decision on a matter of administrative nature or an order dismissing a suit for default of appearance of parties or dismissing an appeal for want of prosecution cannot be termed as decree, in as much as they do not judicially deal with the matter in dispute. If a decree is not formally drawn up in terms of judgment, no appeal lies from that judgment. This point needs to be remembered. But a misdescription of a decision or an order which amounts to a decree does not make it less than a decree. Under such enactments, applications are treated as suits. Example, proceedings under the Indian Succession Act, Hindu Marriage Act, Arbitration Act, etc. What is the word right? What is the meaning of the word right? As per the code, the word right means substantive rights of the parties and not merely procedural rights. Thus, rights of the parties inter se relating to status, limitations, jurisdiction, frame of suit, etc., which, if decided, must have a general effect upon the proceedings in the suit, which, if decided, must have a general effect upon the proceedings in the suit, are substantive rights. An order for dismissal of a suit for default of appearance, or a mere right to sue, or a decision on an application by a person to be added as a party to the suit are not decrees, as they do not determine the rights of the parties. Next point. The expression matters in controversy. The matters in controversy refers to the subject matter of the suit, which reference to which some relief is sought. It would cover any question relating to the character and status of a party suing, to the jurisdiction of the court, to the maintainability of a suit, and to other preliminary matters, which necessitate adjudication before a suit is inquired into. However, the proceedings preliminary to the institution of the suit, an application to leave to contest or defend, like an example, will not be included. What are interlocutory orders? Interlocutory orders on a matter of procedure which do not decide the substantive rights of the parties are not decrees. A decree is said to be nullity if a court having no inherent jurisdiction passes it merely because a court erroneously passed a decree, or there is an error while passing the decree cannot be called a nullity. What are preliminary and final decrees? According to the section 2 clause 2, a decree may be preliminary or final, or partly preliminary or partly final. It shall be deemed to include the rejection of a plaint and the determination of any question with section 144, but shall not include a. any adjudication from which an appeal lies, as an appeal from an order; b. an order of dismissal or for default. A decree is preliminary when further proceedings have to be taken before the suit can be completely disposed of. Such a decree determines the rights of the parties with regard to some or one of the matters in controversy in the suit, but does not completely dispose of the suit. In other words, a preliminary decree is only a stage in working out the rights of the parties, which are to be finally adjudicated by a final decree. While a preliminary decree ascertains what is to be done, the final decree states the result achieved by the means of a preliminary decree. The preliminary decree is not dependent on the final one, but the latter is really dependent on and subordinated to the former, which is not extinguished by the passing of the final decree. Thus, in a partition suit, the preliminary decree declares the rights of the parties, and the final decree divides the properties specifically by metes and bounds in terms of the rights so declared, thereby by completely disposing of the suit. An executable decree is thus secured to the parties. Preliminary decrees are passed in suits for possession and for means profits, in administration suits, in presumption suits, in suits for dissolution of partnership, in partition suits, in mortgage suits, in suits for sale, etc. Order 20 and Order 34. The court may pass a preliminary decree in cases not covered by the provisions of the courts. There should be only one preliminary decree, but a second preliminary decree in a suit of partition is not impossible where there are facts or circumstances alleged to have come into existence after the passing of the first decree. In partnership suits, several preliminary decrees are usually passed. Ordinarily, there will be only one final decree in a suit. However, where two or more causes of action are joined together, there can be more than one final decree. The question whether a decision amounts to a preliminary decree or not is of great significance in the view of the provisions of section 97 of the code, where any party aggrieved by a preliminary decree does not appeal from such decree, he shall be precluded from disputing its correctness in any appeal which may be preferred from the final decree. The object of section 97 is to prevent the preliminary questions being raised in the form of appeal after a case has been decided on merits. Since the passing of a preliminary decree is only a stage prior to the passing of a final decree, if an appeal preferred against a preliminary decree succeeds, the final decree automatically falls to the ground, for there is no preliminary decree in support of it. What is a composite decree? A composite decree is a partly preliminary and partly final. Is passed in certain cases. That is, in a suit for possession of land or means profits, the court orders possession of the land in suits in favor of the plaintiff and directs an inquiry into profits. The rejection of plaint. The rejection of plaint shall be deemed to be a decree. However, an order returning a plaint or memorandum of appeal to be presented to the proper court is not a decree. The term decree expressly excludes an adjudication from which an appeal lies as an appeal from an order. Thus, an order returning the plaint to be presented to the proper court, or an order rejecting an application for an order to set aside ex parte decrees, etc., are appealable orders and not decrees. Thus, in conclusion, the definition of decree does not include any order of dismissal for default, that is, for want of prosecution of suit or appeal, default of non appearance, etc. Thank you.